Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. I am Gebo the Shaman, and today we're talking about the Rune Ehwaz. So if you don't know what the Rune Ehwaz means, then this will tell you all that it means. So the Rune Ehwaz looks like a capital M, and it also looks like two Lagouge runes, combined. So we'll talk about that. We'll talk about Lagouge and its connection to Lagouge. So before we get into all that good stuff, just like to remind you guys that I have a bunch of products, courses, services, everything on sale. So you can check out my bundle sales, like everything is on sale, so check it out. Appreciate you guys purchasing stuff from me, really helps me keep the lights on and pay my bills and all that good stuff, because yeah, life is difficult. So anyway, Ehwaz. Ehwaz is represents a horse. It represents sacred connection to Odin. Right? It represents, it's sacred. And it represents a connection to Odin. What's important to know with the connection to the horse is that the horse and the rider become one. This represents telepathy. It represents channeling and divine connection to the gods. So when the Norse women would use something called seed, it's basically a form of like divination. It's like having the gods mount them, basically to give messages and things like that. So it's interesting. So this represents that connection with the gods. So when Nordic women would do seed, they would open themselves up, open their aura up for the gods to come in them and give them like messages and allow them to channel and things like that. So that's what this rune represents. It's all about channeling, divine connection, things like that. And so yeah, Ehwaz. This it really represents a strong connection to Odin, to the gods, and a strong connection with horses. Because I don't know, for some reason Odin has this strong connection with horses, and it's really interesting to see. But yeah, anyway, so this is talking about the mount. So when you mount a horse, the horse and you become one, or at least that's how it's supposed to be. A lot of times people are quick to, like, newbie horse riders are quick to use the reins to like forcefully pull the horse in one direction or the other, when in fact the horse is already telepathic. He knows where you want to go, so just relax. And like, there's a story that my teacher taught me. He was this one was when he was very young, and he was at a ranch with some girl, and her family owned like a ranch, a farm, and they had horses and all kinds of things. So one day they were riding their horse, and my teacher was like, okay, well, if I'm gonna ride the horse, where's the reins? Where's the stuff? Where's all the, the stuff to kind of make the horse move in a certain direction? And, she didn't have any of that. She was like, oh, just the horse knows where you want to go, so just go. So just like use your mind essentially. And so he was like, okay, well, this is a new experience for me. So what ended up happening is he got in connection with the horse. He built that connection telepathically and psychically, and sure enough, like he decided where he wanted to go, and the horse just went. No need for reins or whips or anything like that. It's a telepathic connection. So this is what the gods are trying to do with you. They are trying to lead you in a direction. So in order to open up yourself to that direction that they're trying to lead you in, you need the Rune Ehwaz to literally open yourself up to their influence. Because so many times in life we're so closed down. Speaking for myself, it's like being very closed down, being very not open to subtlety. I'm like, okay, well, if you exist, prove it. Well, it doesn't work that way. It's like it's a subtle connection. It's a subtle thing. So you've got to be in tune with subtlety. Just like we were talking about with Tihwaj and Fenris, they used a chain of subtlety to control Fenris. So yeah, this is what this means. And alright, so then we have the divination meaning is trust, intuitive connection, something that, if you go towards it, it feels like something that feels good. So you go towards what feels good. So this is your intuition, intuitive connection. So, you're more likely to go towards something that feels good than feels bad, right? So this is using your intuition. If it feels good, head towards it. That's a sign that you're doing the right thing, heading in the right direction. So then we have the reverse meaning. So the divination meaning, the upright meaning is trust, intuitive connection, feels good, and following your intuition. You see that word intuition was mentioned twice. It's like mentioned like, I think, let's see, yeah, twice. So intuition, very important here. And how do you develop intuition? You develop intuition by trusting yourself. By trusting yourself. So that's why trust is huge. If that horse didn't trust my teacher, it would have kicked him off. There would be no room for connection and divine connection without that trust. So trust is extremely important. So this means trust, intuitive connection, feels good, and following intuition. Alright, so the reverse meaning is no intuitive connection, no trust, feeling bad, and not following your intuition. So, you know, when we don't follow our intuition, we betray our own trust with ourselves. You know, it's like you know that something is going to, you have this feeling that something's going to end badly, yet you do it anyway. It's like it becomes it becomes very hard to trust yourself. You know, if you continuously don't follow and honor your intuition. So it's very, very important to have that, to have that connection and that intuitive connection and trust. So yeah, this is all the meanings. So let's get into the actual divination meaning, in context. So if this is a relationship reading, which I find that most readings, divination is to do with relationships. Know what that is? Because we can't control other people. Let's see here. So the upright meaning of Ehwaz is trust. So there's a trust in the relationship. There's an intuitive connection. It feels good. It feels natural. It feels, like a good thing for you. You're following your intuition and you're trusting it. So this is a sign of a really healthy, really good relationship. So there's that. As far as career, this means that you are following your right career path. You're doing something that feels good to you. It's intuitive, and there's, you're following the right path, basically. It's good, it's positive, things like that. So then we have the reverse meaning. So what does that mean in a relationship reading? So reverse meaning is no intuitive connection, no trust, and feels bad, not following intuition. So it's like that you shouldn't be with this person, but yet you're kind of addicted to the relationship, the drama, and you're just kind of going along with it, with no intention of doing what's best for you. So this is what this is what this means. It's like a bad relationship. You're not following your intuition. There's no intuitive connection there. It's so as far as relating to another person, there's no connection there. There's no intuitive connection there. You guys don't you guys don't share the same assumptions, which means that there's nothing to build on. If two people come into a relationship, yet they don't have any beliefs, anything that connects them, that links them, that they can have common ground on, then there's nothing to be said. There's nothing to do with that relationship. It's done. It's over. So this is also a sign of abusive relationships because why? Because there's no trust in this relationship. Therefore, that leads to jealousy. That leads to people, infidelity. So that's another thing. It's like, so there's no intuitive connection. You guys are coming together from completely opposite perspectives or viewpoints, beliefs, and things like that. So it's just like there's no connection there. And then you have no trust. So this is not really good in a relationship. No trust is really bad in a relationship. That means that if there's no trust, there's no way for you to be vulnerable. If there's no trust, that means that there's no connection. By demonstrating that you're trustworthy through your actions, you can then that demonstration of trustworthiness by your actions allows people to say, okay, I can trust him, I can trust her, I can open up a little bit more, I can be more vulnerable, and things like that. But when there's no trust, there's no vulnerability. This leads to a very bad relationship. Because with no vulnerability, it's like you're trying to protect yourself. You can't just relax and be yourself. You're trying to protect yourself. So this is really bad. Like I said, it can lead to infidelity and things like that. So yeah, that's about it for the relationship reading, reverse meaning. As far as career, it's not the right career for you. Like it might be time to end your career or something like that, or go into something else, because like this is almost like you're doing something that you don't want to do. There's no intuitive connection to it. So therefore, it's like, you're basically doing something because this is what you were told you need to do. You need to work a 9 to 5. You need to, work 5 days a week and blah blah blah, and whereas your soul might be leading you to working as a fisherman. You might want to work 4 hours a day instead of 8 hours a day. So it's almost like you feel like you have to do this, but it's not what you want to do. So it's something out of necessity and need, not something out of what you actually want to do. So this means that you have picked a career path where you are not following your intuition. You are ignoring what you really want to do in order to please other people, to please, to pay your bills, to do blah blah blah. It's not a good thing for you. So the best career for you is when you're following your intuition and doing what you want to do. When you work by doing what you love to do and what you would do anyways, then it's not really work. So You know, it's so there's no need to do anything that you wouldn't do anyway. By choosing a job that you hate, that feels bad to you, there's just, it's unfulfilling. That there's a fundamental belief that the universe won't support you in that. That there's a fundamental belief that the universe won't support you in doing what you want to do, in doing what you love to do. And that's just not the case. The universe will support you doing whatever you want to do, whatever you actually want to do, instead of working the 9 to 5 and whatever. So anyway, that's the reverse meaning. Sorry, I get long-winded when I'm passionate about something, so just thought I'd throw that in there. Alright, so yeah, I guess that's it. So I also said we would talk about the rune Lagouche. So the rune Manage looks like or sorry, not Manage, it's Ehwaz. That's the rune we're talking about today. The rune Ehwaz looks like an M, and it also looks like 2 Lagouche runes put together. So this means emotional connection. What is our intuition? Our intuition is very watery. It is that emotional connection, that intuitive feeling. The intuitive feeling. Does it feel good? Does it feel bad? Feelings are, and emotions are, watery. This is Lagouche. So when you have Ehwaz, that's an emotional connection. A intuitive emotional connection. Right? So there's that connection too. So I'll log off with that. So alright guys. So that does it for me for today. So if you're interested in anything that I have to offer, then please go here to my website, gebotheshaman.com. The link is down below in the description. And I also offer rune readings, so you can get a rune reading now on sale for, I forget the price, but it's really cheap, so it's not bad at all. So rune readings, we have the Cosmic Qigong course and the Self-Transformation Challenge. This is what this is all about. So go check those out if you're interested in Qigong, energy work, and things like that. We do have the Astrology certification course. So that basically takes you through the, basically it's what I use to do my astrology readings and things like that. So I have a system, a formula that I use for every astrology reading. So I'd highly recommend that you go check that out. The Astrology certification course to be certified in my style of Vedic astrology. And not only that, but when you pass my certification exam, I will give you your own website to become a Vedic astrologer. Alright, and also on that topic of Vedic astrology, I am teaching a class on February 18th. I don't know why. February 18th, and the sale is going to end February 11th, so I'd highly recommend hopping on that and getting your chance to learn some basics of Vedic astrology. It's the Introduction to Vedic Astrology course or class. So That's going to be done via Zoom, and it's pretty cheap right now. It's only like 40 some bucks. So anyway, for like an hour and a half of content, an hour and a half of teaching. So anyway, then we have the Vedic astrology consultations and readings. So that is, I have my standard reading that I do for everybody, as well as I have career readings and relationship readings. So that's that. Alright, so then we have the birth time rectification, so check that out if you don't know your exact birth time. Highly recommend checking out your birth time rectification service, or my birth time rectification service. Then we have the rune readings. Those are 9 world rune readings, which tell us about each area of your life, the nine dimensions of you as a human being. And so it's a really good opportunity to learn about the runes and learn about how they apply to your life. And then we have the career coaching and life coaching. So the career coaching is great for people who don't know what they're supposed to be doing in life. They're just kind of confused. And the life coaching is great for people who need some ongoing assistance and help. I've been there. I'm still seeing a spiritual counselor, which is part of what I do. I'm a spiritual counselor and life coach, so check that service out if you like. And then we have the trauma healing course. So that is also called the emotional awareness course. So I'd highly recommend checking that out. And then we have the distance energy healing, which most people think that energy healing is good for like physical stuff, but it's good for physical illnesses and things like that, but it's also good for emotional work, emotional cleansing and things like that. So it's very important as well. Alright guys, so that does it for me. So yeah, I will, that's it for me. If you want anything from my website, you can check that out, GeboTheShaman.com. And yeah, everything is on sale, bundle sales, so it's extremely cheap. Anyway guys, go ahead and check out everything that I have to offer at GeboTheShaman.com. And without further ado, we will talk to you next time. Peace.